Grimsby still lead the charge over in the National League as Boreham Wood are breathing down their necks. But who's going to be there after the latest match day? We'll take a look at that and more next. Back what's going on for the video today. We're looking forward to match number 11 over in the Vanarama National League, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button and get your bang up to date. All things Rovers related, National League related, world football related. We've got it all here at my bloody work. That's right, boys and girls. We are, of course, looking forward to the next match day, which is, of course, match number 11. But let's recap, of course, what went on last time then, shall here we go. Recap some of the results. Altrincham, they did lose to Grimsby. Big 3-2 win in the end. 5 goals for the Grimsby on charge of that one. Boreham Wood, they did beat Torquay, of course, to go second in the bloody table. How about that? Bromley beat Weymouth 3-0 in the end. I went with the 1-0 myself on that one. Dover did lose to Aldershot in the bottom of the basement, boys. Aldershot up to 21st now, of course, breathing distance, maybe even a chance to get themselves to mid-table this time around. Woking, they did beat Dagenham and Redbridge, of course, maybe a bit of a fall from grace now from Dagenham. I think their form is going out the window. We have Halifax. They did beat Notts County 3-2 as well for them. Good move for them, up to 3rd in the table. Of course, Notts County down to 10th. Kingsland against Barnet, all square, 1-1 in the end. Southend, they played Eastleigh and they won 1-0. Wealdstone, they drew with Solihull Moors, 0-0 in the end. Stockport FC could only picture it up a 1-1 draw. And then finally, I think that's a 0-0 draw between Yeovil and Maidenhead. And I got myself, how many did I get on that one? I got 1. I did pretty bad, actually. 2, 3, 4 maybe on that one. So pretty poop. The table looks like this. Grimsby Town are leading the charge. Boreham Wood on 2nd. Halifax are on 3rd. Down the bottom is Dover with that negative points tally. Barnet and, of course, Aldershot at the moment are in that sort of scrapping out for the moment. Let's take a look at the prediction league at the moment. Here we go. Just a few of you guys got involved. 4th would have got me 8th. But DJC got himself 86 points at the board. So far, so good for him. How about the overall grand scheme of things? This is the overall leaderboard for the season so far. Jamesbury FC are great. Up there with 52 points so far, but of course lots of more points to be had, including this weekend's matches. So let's get into the thick of things. Of course, if you want to get involved, use the code CUTLEY/non-league. It is free to enter. So let's get jumping into the deep end, of course, and take a little look at Altrincham up against Maidenhead, of course. So let's get into this one now. Of course, these two sides, according to my eyes, if it bloody decides to load, which is a little bit slow, but it should 2 times since 2020, 2 wins out of 2 for Altrincham. Of course, the biggest win was a 2-0 win for Altrincham. They came into this just 1 defeat past 4 games, 67% form compared to Maidenhead's 17% form. Last time I played over in Altrincham was a 2-0 win for Altrincham. That was back in November 2020. What are we looking at here? Altrincham coming to the back of that loss against Grimsby. Maidenhead coming to on the back of that draw against Yeovil. On this one. For me, I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Altrincham, of course, to keep on keeping on. They're doing all A-OK at the moment. Kicking on forward, though, is Boreham Wood. They're going to be taking on Dagenham and Redbridge, of course. They were the leaders for a good part of the season so far, but, of course, hit a bit of a rough patch. They're coming into just 1 win in 4 games for Dagenham. Meanwhile, Boreham Wood just 1 defeat past 6. 67% form compared to Dagenham's 50. They played each other 11 times since 2016. 5 wins for Boreham Wood, and we got 3 wins for Dagenham and 3 draws. Biggest win for Boreham Wood, 3-0 win. The biggest win was a 3-1 win. Coming at you at this one, of course, last time played each other over in Boreham Wood was a 1-0 win for Dagenham. In fact, the home side hasn't won this game since Boreham Wood beat Dagenham way back in 2018. Coming into this one, Boreham Wood did beat Torquay. Of course, Dagenham did lose to Woking on this one. For me, we do have odds maybe on this one. I think Boreham Wood are your favourites on this one. No, it's actually Dagenham are slightly favourites on this one, but it is tight, airtight. So I've gone with the draw myself on this one. 1-1 in the end. Kicking on forward, though, it is Bromley. They'll be taking on Torquay United, of course, coming at you this coming weekend. Again, these games coming at you pretty quick, so you're going to be on it. Played the 10 times in 2015, 4 wins apiece and 2 draws. Biggest win for Bromley, 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way, also a 4-0 win. Bromley comes to this winning 4 on the bounce, 75% form compared to Torquay's just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 42% form over the last 6 games. Coming at you, last time I played each other over in, where are we? Bromley was a 2-1 win for Torquay, and last time the home side won was when Bromley beat Torquay way back in 2017. Bromley coming into this on the back of that win over Weymouth. Meanwhile, Torquay coming to this on the back of that draw, a loss actually against Boreham Bloody Wood. We'll have a quick look, a quick shufty. At the odds, briefly on the odds, we do have it is actually Bromley are slight favourites on this one, but I'm going to go with Torquay, 2-1 win on the road, a big win for them. And then we've got Dover up against Barnet, of course, who are struggling themselves. These two sides play each other 6 times 2014, 3 wins for Barnet, 2 for Dover, and 1 draw. Coming out to Dover without a win in 6. Meanwhile, Barnet comes to just 1 win in 6, also 42% form, however, unbeaten in the last 3, but a couple of draws, of course, heading into this one. Last time I played over in Dover was a 3-1 win for Dover back in January 2021. And in fact, Dover actually won back-to-back over Barnet last time around. Dover did lose to Aldershot last round. Of course, Barnet picked up the draw against Lynn. On this one, what do we have on this? Again, I have basic odds. I can tell you what we're looking at. Dover. They are actually slight favourites over Barnet on this one, but I've gone with the 0-0 draw. And again, Dover still looking for their first win of the season, I think. Kicking off further is Woking up against Grimsby, bloody town. Let's get into this one. Of course, another tight match. This one could go either way. Played 9 times since 2012. 0 wins for Woking, 8 wins for Grimsby, and 1 draw. Woking come to just 3 wins on the bounce. Meanwhile, Grimsby come to just 1 defeat the past 6 games. 75% form for Grimsby, 67% form for Woking. Last time page of the in Woking was a 3-1 win for Grimsby. That was back in April 2016. Woking did beat Dagenham last time around. Grimsby did beat Altrincham 3-2 last time around. Again, the odds go in favour of Grimsby only slightly though, and that's where I'm going with this. A slight win going in favour of Grimsby, 3-2 win over bloody Woking. Next up, of course, we have Halifax up against Weymouth. That's right, Halifax flying high into 3rd. Could it be their year? Could it be their bloody year? These two sides played each other 6 times in 2006. 4 wins for Halifax, 2 for Weymouth, 0 draws. Halifax coming to this unbeaten in the last 6, 83% form. Meanwhile, Weymouth coming to this without a win in 6. Of course, what are we looking at? Last time they played each other over in Halifax was a 3-2 win for Halifax. In fact, they won 1, 2, 3 on the bounce over Weymouth over the course of the last 3 matches. Halifax did beat Notts County last round. Weymouth did lose to Bromley. Halifax are your favourites on this one. I haven't even looked at the odds. I'm just guessing, but they are the favourites on this one. That's where I'm going with the 2-0 win for them as well. Kicking on forward, what do we have? We have Kingsland up against Solihull Moors coming at you this weekend as well. Played 4 times in 2008, 1 win apiece and 2 draws. Biggest win for Kingsland, 3-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 5-0 win. Kingsland just 1 win in 6. Meanwhile, Solihull Moors just 1 defeat past 6. 67% form compared to the 33 for their hosts. Last time they played, there was a 1-1 draw back in May 2021. The away side hasn't won this game in the last 4 fixtures, so it's going to be a turn up for the books if Solihull Moors can do that. Kingsland drew with Barnet last time around. Solihull Moors also drew with Wealdstone last time around. So both sides coming to on the back of the draws. The odds on this one, Solihull Moors are your favourites. Kingsland are the underdogs. Gone with Solihull Moors with me on that one as well with a 2-1 win to take it to the bank. Next up, of course, is Southend United coming into the back of a win. They're going to be taking on Chesterfield, of course, who are doing pretty good for themselves in the table. We'll elaborate on that in a minute. Played each other 13 times since 2005, 7 wins to Southend, 5 wins to Chesterfield, and 1 draw. Southend coming to just 1 win in 6. Meanwhile, Chesterfield just without a win in 3. In fact, just 1 defeat past 6. If you want to look at it a different way, a lot of draws knocking about 58% form for Chesterfield compared to Southend's 25. Last time they played each other in Chesterfield, scrap that. Oh, well, bloody messed it right up. Last time they played each other in Southend was a 1-0 win for Southend. In fact, they went back-to-back over Chesterfield and actually got back-to-back clean sheets last time they played each other, which, of course, was back in League One, I think. Heading into this one, of course, Chesterfield drew with Wrexham. Meanwhile, Southend beat Eastleigh. Got a lot of angst from their fans quite recently with the state of play at the moment. But I do anticipate a bit of a revival maybe for Southend. They are the underdogs for this one. Chesterfield are favourites. I've gone with the draw 1-1 in the end. Kicking on forward, though, we have Stockport taking on Aldershot this coming weekend. Of course, played each other 6 times in 2010. 3 wins for Aldershot, 1 win for Stockport, and 2 draws. Biggest win for Stockport, 2-1 win. The biggest win the way was a 2-1 win as well. Coming at you, Stockport just 1 defeat the past 4. Meanwhile, Aldershot come to also 1 defeat the past 4, but slightly less form than Stockport. 58% form for Stockport. Last time played each other at Stockport was a 0-0 draw. Of course, Stockport did beat Weymouth last round. Aldershot also beat Dover last round. So both sides coming to us on the back of a decent win this midweek. Of course, let's look at the odds going in favour probably for Stockport. They are your favourites quite handsomely as well, and I've gone with them as well. 2-1 win to take it to the bounce. And then kicking on to the final 2 is Wealdstone up against Eastleigh. And that's right, of course, coming at you also this Saturday. Played each other, according to my eyes, just 3 times since 2020. 1 win apiece and 1 draw as well. Wealdstone coming to this just 1 win in 5. Meanwhile, 1 win in 4 for Eastleigh. Both coming to this 50% form of the last 6 games. The biggest win for Wealdstone over Eastleigh, 7-goal thriller going in favour of them, 4-3 in the end. Eastleigh 2-0 winners was their biggest win over the course of time. Last time played each other in Wealdstone was a 0-0 draw back in February 2021. Coming at you, Wealdstone did draw with Solihull Moors. Eastleigh picked up a loss against Southend on this one. This one's tight, I think, at the bookies as well. It is actually Eastleigh are your favourites. I've gone with the 0-0 draw, though. Split it right down the middle. And then finally, it's Yeovil up against Notts County, of course, who've hit a bit of a rough patch recently. Of course, there's actually been 3 defeats on the spin for Notts County, up against Yeovil, also without a win in 3. 22 times they played each other in the past, 10 wins for Yeovil, 7 wins for Notts County, and 5 draws. Biggest win for Yeovil, 4-0 win. The biggest win, the other way was a 4-0 win as well. Coming at you, Yeovil did draw with Notts County last round. That was back in March 2021. Notts County did lose to Halifax Town last round. Meanwhile, Yeovil picked up a draw against Maidenhead. I think Notts County are your favourites. I'm going to go with them as well with the 2 wins to take it to the house. That's my picks, boys. Doing it at work, do it on the download, of course, but hopefully you can get your picks in too, and I haven't left it too late. Use the code, the savvy code right there, and that, my friends, is just about that. Be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. I'll see you soon. Until the next one, I should be back at home. Until then, we are done.